Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, welcome back for all of you for today's session, second session. We are going to further discussing this third canto, 26th chapter. Sloka number 6 we have seen. In sloka number 6, what is said? This one is imitating another. एवं पराभिध्यानेन कर्तृत्वं प्रकृतेः पुमान् कर्मसु क्रियमाणेषु गुणैः आत्मनि मन्यते. पुमान् आत्मनि मन्यते. That means Jivatma is considering in his own self. What it is considering in its own self? Kartrutvam, doership. Doership of whose? So Prakriteः Kartrutvam, doership of Prakriti. That means Prakriti is actually doing. But this Puman means Jivatma is considering that doership on himself or in himself. Getting? Who is doing actually? Prakriti is doing. Doership is with whom now? Prakriti. But he is considered by whom? Is claimed by soul. Why it is claiming? Parabhidhyanena. Parabhidhyanena. That means forgetting himself and considering himself as something else. Because of this, it is claiming the doership of Prakriti on himself. All the karmas are done by Prakriti. That's why the real doer is Prakriti. But this doership is claimed by soul. Soul is able to claim doership means soul is able to soul is able to para abhidhyana, accepting the parabhidhyana means accepting this the sense of I, which is coming from the false ego. The sense of I, which is coming from the false ego, is claimed or is accepted by the soul. That means soul is also having the sense of I. Sense of I it should be having. सच शुद्ध स्वरूप मात्र निष्ठत्वात् न संसार हेतु रीति स्पष्टम. Whatever the sense of I is there in the soul, that is not cause for the samsara. Who is the cause for the samsara? The sense of I which is there in the false ego. That is cause. So do we need to get rid of from the sense of I which is there in the soul inherently? That from that also do we need to get rid of? No. If we have sense of I in the soul inherently, is it going to give any harm? No. That is not the samsara hetu. Only thing is, now we are, whatever the sense of I is there are coming through the false ego and accepting that as its own. That is a problem actually. So that's it. To solve the problem, what we have to do? You have to reject the whatever sense of I is coming from the false ego. That should be rejected. So how to reject that? To realize true ego. How to realize?
Avidya,
When you remove the avidya, then soul is able to see himself. I am soul. So that means removal of this avidya is the solution. Which is the component? Avidya is because of whom? Avidya is component of whom? Avidya is the component of Maya. Maya is having three components majorly. What is that? Avidya, Vidya, and Prakriti. Avidya is covering, Vidya is revealing. Revealing means like light is revealing the objects for the eyes. What it did, light is just, eyes are having its own ability to see, but if light is not there, if darkness is there, even there is no defect in the eyes, but they cannot see the things. Things will not be revealed to the eyes. So, but when their light is there, then all the things are revealed to these eyes. Similarly, soul, there is no defect in the soul. In the soul, there is a sense of I is there inherently. So, because of that, it can know himself as soul. But now, since avidya is covered, so because of this covering, it is not revealed to himself that I am soul. So now, when this avidya is removed by somehow or other process, so then what will happen? Then soul will be revealed to itself. And also immediately it will start seeing whatever the sense of I is coming because of false ego, that it will be seeing that it is a created by Prakriti. It's not really so mine, and I should not claim it and leave it. That he will do. So for that, avidya removal should be done. And this can be done by two ways, either the Gnana Marga or otherwise Bhakti Marga. In the Gnana Marga, we will be doing the Nishkama Karma Yoga, and that will be removing the avidya and forming the vidya. And if you do follow the bhakti, then bhakti covers, then bhakti destroys this avidya. Kleshagni. Kleshagni means avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinvesh. All will be destroyed. That means avidya, aprarabdha karma, kotam, bijam, prarabdham. All are finished. Avidya is also finished by the bhakti. Bhakti destroys this. And also bhakti, what it make? It will reveal. Bhakti is such an element. So it is going to reveal whoever is just beside to him. That's the Lord is there. And it is showing him also. The potency of the Jivatma is limited. It can see only himself. But when if Jivatma is covered with the Vidya, that means which is coming from the Sattva-guna, in that case, Jivatma maximum what it can see? It can see itself. But can it see who is beside to him? That's Paramatma is there. Can he see it with this Vidya? No, because Sattva-guna cannot illuminate Lord. Like a small what is that? Insects, they glowworms. They cannot reveal all the objects in the house. They cannot reveal. With the light of that glowworm, can you see the corner whatever is there? You can't see. So that's why similarly this Sattva-guna, which is coming, Vidya, which is coming out of Sattva-guna, that cannot reveal the Lord. That cannot show the Lord. But Bhakti can show. Hey, Neil. एनर्जी नहीं है एक्चुअली ब्रह्मचारी इसमें हेल्दी फूड लेना चाहिए फ्रेश और हेल्दी एंड fruits. You all should take more number of fruits and boiled things and lot of
boiled things have so many pesticides.
Feeling very weak actually. Weakness से नींद आता weakness is the cause.
That is not mind. There is also mind.
That's also. Vidya both are out of. Vidya and Avidya is there in the Yoga Maya also. Vidya and Avidya is there in the Mahamaya also. There Vidya and Avidya will be doing the different things. Yoga Maya is Vidya and Avidya. That Avidya will make thee to forget Lord Saishwarya. And so that Yashoda Maya is thinking, oh, Mera Ladla hai, Mera Bacha. She is not thinking that he is the Parameshwara. That Avidya is covering like that. So, but this bhakti is having such a potency. But if this bhakti is very little, it will illuminate absolute truth as what? Brahma. If this bhakti is a little bit more, then it will be revealing the side by person is as the Paramatma. If this bhakti is very abundant, then this will be revealing Lord Krishna. So this bhakti is also having many types. Is it Sakya Bhakti, Dasya Bhakti, like that many types. Then all the different forms, that means then Lord will be revealed as there is a Vatsalya Bhakti is there, then that Bhakti will be revealed to this Jivatma about the Lord as the Son. So it's a big science actually. Even Bhakti, the components of the Bhakti, how the Bhakti is functioning, only we just roughly with this material mind, some understanding we are getting. But really Bhakti is very, very inconceivable potency that is. You cannot apply the so many mechanisms there. It's just some basic understanding only this much. We can understand with this material mind. But when we do get realizations of this, when we do practice, when we reach to these stages, that will be revealing many, many things practically. Now only verbal testimony, verbal cognition is happening. Now the cognition is happening in the intelligence. These are all what now you are all hearing from my mouth. So, and after that you are getting the concepts. Those are all what? Vrittis of intelligence only. They are not the really now you are realizing, no. This intelligence will be developing what? Strong faith. This knowledge, Shraddha will be developed. And that will be making this sadhaka to engage all his senses in the service. That bhakti will be burning all the materialness in these things and get spiritualized. Then these are all senses will be used to see him and experience him. So now 7th sloka will be studying. Tadasya samsritirbandaha paratantyam cha tatkritam bhavatya kartureshasya sakshino nirvritatmanah. Material consciousness is the cause of one's conditional life, in which conditions are enforced upon the living entity by the material energy. Although spirit soul doesn't do anything and is transcendental to such activities, he is thus affected by conditional life. Tadanusmritihi. That means considering the sense of I coming from the false ego as his own, then that will be causing this Jivatma to get what? Samsara. The sense of I, whatever is coming from the false ego, if it considers as its own, this Jivatma, then that will be leading to the samsara. That means whatever the variation changes are coming in the chitta, intelligence and mind, everything it is considering as its own. Poor Jivatma. We are all that Jivatmas. What can we do actually? We are not realized. We can realize when we do the sadhana. Why just studying is not sufficient actually. Huh?
Intelligence.
Only the bhakti intelligence will be developed. That means actual kartrutvam is there in the Prakriti, and now that kartrutvam is claimed by Jivatma, pure Jivatma. But Jivatma is pure, but now conditioned. Pure Jivatma, which is covered by Avidya. That means conditioned Jivatma. Conditioned Jivatma is claiming kartrutvam of the Prakriti as its own. But actually, Jivatma is what? Sakshi. Originally, it is Sakshi only. It is said in the Sloka, it is clearly said that it is Sakshi. Sakshi. No. Here, Isha is, it is telling about the sloka is telling about soul only. So, and also Jivatma is Ishvara. Why Jivatma is said as Ishvara? Example is given. Yatha Rajakiya Purusha Rajochite Tataiva. So, someone belongs to the king is also considered as king. Similarly, we are all actually part and parcel of the Paramatma. So sometimes we are also called as Isha. With this logic, here it is said as Isha, Jivatma as Isha. But actually, original Isha is Paramatma. So Isha Shabda Vachyasya Ishvara Shakti Rupasya. That means we are Shakti of the Ishvara. So that's why Shakti is also called as Ishvara. Since we are all Shakti of the Ishvara, so we are also called as Ishvara. Karma Bandha Krutam Bhoga Paratantyam Niruratma Sukha Swarupasyapi Samsrutir Janma Mrityu Pravaha. That means actually by nature this Jivatma is blissful one. But now since it is claiming the sense of I, which is coming from the false ego as its own, and due to that it is, because of that it is also considering Kartrutvam of the Prakriti as its own, and then he is getting so much pain actually. So many, all unnecessary problems it is keeping on its own head. I belong to this family, she's mother, and he's a father, and this brother, this my country, my village, this, that. And it's all the time we are in this false claimings. When will we? So, and actually, this Jivatma is constitutionally belong to the Lord. And by nature, constitutionally, it is having the abilities to serve the Lord. It's meant for that only, not abilities only. It's meant for that only. Its Swarupa is serving the Lord. But now, so it is claiming the Kartrutvam of the Prakriti, which is inferior energy, and enjoying, thinking that I am the doer of this, I am belong to this, I am belong to that, I am this, I am that. So we lost actually ourselves. And even after coming to the assembly of the devotees also, still, this is my coffin, this is my, this is my bed. So unfortunate. Because so strong. That means this avidya is so deeply covered, and every minute it is keeping in its own control and not allowing this jiva. Even we are where these words are coming into the eyes and to our ears, and so all the time these signals are sent to the jivatma. In the intelligence now we are always indicated, but that is not going and hitting this avidya to break down. Then what is needed? There is a need of a strong devotion, sadhana. Playing sadhana also you don't have any taste. Then who will say? Mahatma, yes. Exactly. Take shelter of Mathura. But we don't want to take shelter of that. Then nobody can save. Dawai भी नहीं लेना चाहते, डॉक्टर के पास भी नहीं जाना चाहते, क्या करें? बीमारी से मरो, है ना? दवाई भी नहीं लेना चाहते, डॉक्टर के पास भी नहीं जाना चाहते. It's very, very pity condition of Jivatma. Next sloka. कार्य कारण कर्तृत्वे कारणं प्रकृतिं विदुः भोक्तृत्वे सुख दुःखानां पुरुषं प्रकृतेः परम्. Same sloka in the Bhagavad Gita also. Karya karana kartrutve hetu. There hetu is said. Here karanam is said. The cause of the conditioned soul's material body and senses and the sense presiding deities, the demigods, is the material nature. This is misunderstood by learned men. Huh? This is understood by learned man. The feelings of happiness and distress of the soul, who is transcendental by nature, are caused by the spirit soul himself. So here, karya karana kartrutvam. Already I explained this. Karya means what? Karya means what we should take? Sense objects. And karana means senses. And karta is presiding deities, demigods, presiding deities of those senses. So that's why when we are seeing a pen, pen is the karyam, and eyes are the karanam, or the karanam, and the presiding deity of the eye is the karta, is the doer.
And therefore without the soul.
Huh? No, there is need of this chetanam is needed. Soul should be there, otherwise they cannot.
How will it become the
So chetana is just like a all pervasive, so that livingness will be there. But Jivatma is not doing. He's a Sakshi. Sakshi should be there. Kshetraguru should be there. Kshetraguru. Without Kshetraguru, Kshetra is no value. Anyway, this if soul lives, and along with that, all these senses and also the mind and intelligence, they are also living. They don't live unless 100 years of Brahmaji is not over. When 100 years of Brahmaji is over, then whatever karma is there in the subtle body is installed with the avidya, along with the avidya accompanied, and that will be sent to the Karnanusaya Vishnu, and those will be entering into the Prakriti. This will be going on.
The purport. Happiness, feeling of happiness,
Yes.
and distress of the soul.
Yes.
Transferred by nature, caused by the spirit soul himself.
Yes.
So the soul has the feeling, mind has the feeling.
So this feeling, minds, that means happiness and distress, are the sukham dukkham are the properties. Material sukham and dukkham are the properties of mind. So here two different meanings are there. So the result of the karyam, that means whatever the activities done, those are all done by the prakriti. Prakriti's part are the karanam, karyam, and karta. So these three are coming out from where? From the prakriti. So that means the real doer is prakriti. And claiming is done by Jivatma, which is called Vidya. And that's why now, actually, the person who knows himself, he will not really, even if there is a dukkham or sukham, he will not really get any kind of the distress or any kind of the excitement. Though those who knows himself as I am not body, I am soul. That means who is covered with the Vidya. But those who are not covered with the Vidya, and he is accepting that pleasure as his own, and that accepting that pain as his own, and then he is suffering, means he is accepting that self, and now he is feeling fear. So, but there is no changes in the soul. No, soul is always pure. Suddhopi vichiste. But conditioned soul, the soul with the avidya is known as conditioned soul. That is claiming actually. And that's why now, as per the different deeds in this body, he'll be getting another body, and there is also same way he'll be getting the different pains. Then we say soul only getting. Why? Because it is accepting, it is claiming that. But those people who knew themselves as not body, themselves as soul, then for them there is nothing.
No feelings.
Who? They will be feeling their own bliss, soul bliss, Atmaram, feeling of the self. Like if you are feeling thirst in the dream, water also will be in the dream only. So that means the ignorant Jivatma, which is covered with the avidya, whatever good and bad it is doing in the out of the covered with the avidya. So for that good and bad also is given with that covering state only. Okay. So don't mix the things. That means Jivatma covered with the avidya and the pure Jivatma. Don't mix it. So that means do some bad activities and I am not doing. That's the covered Jivatma is doing. Demigods are like, so covered Jivatma is, and I am nothing. That means for favorable things, claiming himself as pure Jivatma, and which are not favorable, then putting that on the Prakriti. Then that will not work. No? That's then that is not intelligence actually. That's a crookedness. Then we will also give the one slap to him. Prakriti is doing. Yes. I'm not doing. Give the same thing to him.
One question. Suppose in human body, we die thinking of some low rank.
Like Bharat Maharaj.
Well, to get that body.
Yes.
After that, there is a chain that living entity has to evolve or immediately.
If they don't do bhakti, then they have to evolve. If they do bhakti, then bhakti will decide.
Right from a small creature.
Yeah, the cycle will be next. It will go to the next like that. Evaluation will be there.
लेकिन हमारी इच्छा नहीं दूसरी बॉडी लेने की
वो इच्छा से नहीं चलते वो तो लॉ ऑफ कर्मा यू शुड फॉलो. But if you do bhakti, because of bhakti, sometimes by the Lord only, he is placing you in the lower units. In the case of Bharata Maharaj, Lord himself is placing him. He himself created such a karma to him. So then Lord will be immediately brought to the Brahmana body immediately after that. There is no evolvement. Because there is no law of karma in the case of such a devotees who are surrendered. So in the diagram, who are entered into the pure devotional service, there is no law of karma on them. Because ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sadaiva bhajami. Dhrudha Shraddha means what? Full surrender. Means what? He surrendered everything to the Lord. Then aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishya. That means Lord is going to deal all the whatever sins he did, he is going to deal. So that's why since they fully surrender to the Lord, Dhrudha Shraddha means full surrender. On them there is no law of karma. Their karma is also how much to destroy and when to destroy, where to destroy. Those are all will be controlled by Lord himself. Because they are fully surrendered. ये यथा माम प्रपद्यन्ते ताम सदैव भज. हम थोड़ा सा सरेंडर किया, थोड़ा छल करना चाहते हैं भगवान से, तो वो भी थोड़ा छल कर दे. Like in the first day we were discussing, if you are sincere, then you'll be getting the sincere guru. If you are not sincere, you want to cheat, then Lord also will be arranging cheating guru. Bhakti Siddhanta is writing Yayatha Mam. Same. So people, those who are not in this area, who are here, in their case, they have to take care karma, their own karma. They have to get the punishment for their karma. because thoda sa surrender hoga na, these are all aspirants, they are in the Daiva Varnashram. That means aspirants of pure devotion. Aspirants of pure devotion. They have to get the, मैंने थोड़ा सा सरेंडर किए तो थोड़ा सा ही भगवान ध्यान रखते हैं, थोड़ा सा आनुकूल्य से संकल्प प्रातिकूल्य से वचनम रक्षयति इति विश्वास। हाँ हाँ yes. So when this Jivatma get the association of a sadhu, then the second option is given to it. There it can use it. Come to go and follow the very little.
I'm asking,
Yeah.
Prakriti is also working for the desire of the free will is the free will.
Free will is there. What kind of free will is there? That's almost a negligible free will. Like a tying to a with the rope and to a tree, and you are saying it's a free will. Only is that till the rope, how much is there? That much only it can. So similarly, it's very minute. There you can see when the sadhu's association is coming, then it is having the second option. Free will means what? Choice, selecting. अभी तो selecting ही नहीं है, तो एक ही जब तक साधु का संगति नहीं होता. When there is association of sadhu, then it is having the two routes, either to follow the maya or either to follow sadhus. There it can.
If I want to enjoy
Hmm.
Prakriti, mode of natures provide a possible
Desires will be coming from the samskaras, chitta.
So all these functions of three modes are working according to the
Yeah, everything is done by Prakriti. Prakriti priyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha. All sarvasha means what do you think? Ada jivatma or ada Prakriti? No.
In the diagram where
We are here. Not at least me. I am here.
It's like talk about the cheating guru.
Yeah.
So what exactly is cheating guru? Let me complete it. Cheating guru is the who just make the disciple and tell that I am the guru, I am the God, I am the God. Or the person who is initiated in the authorized parampara and he comes into some kind of scandal, that also comes to the cheating.
Oh, it is having a lot of complexity. This case is on this case, so many sections are applied. In our already accepted a proper guru, but some scandals are there. Then so many sections are applied there. So that scandalness, whatever is to do the cheat. So many reasons. Maybe he did the offenses. Originally he might be good, and later after bad association he might have became, or otherwise Lord only has created such a tendencies in him to teach a lesson, or other many sections will be applied. It's a very subtle discussion. Takes much time. I cannot take up now this. Yeah. Okay. We'll be going to the next slokas. So here, so for the layman, we directly say that you are the against the Lord, and that's why you are here. That should be told. Actually, that is the way to preach. But otherwise, nobody will be understanding deeply all these things in the day work. No. So that's the way. Then after that, gradually, when they come to the real path, then we have to carefully teach the things. So, but initially we have to say, if you say Anadi means what Anadi? You don't know if you say, then I also don't want your philosophy. You will immediately say, that's why we should say that you are rebel to the Lord. And what are the previous acharyas, the way they followed, we should follow that to preach and make the devotees and teach them.
But is there what Prabhupada used to say?
Yeah. Whatever he said, he will repeat that.
Because there we came back. Accordingly, actually, it's not. Prabhuji, if the Jiva once
Hey, no questions. Okay. Now timing. Bhoktrutve sukadukkanam purusham prakritehi param. So here, for this line, you can take two ways. The conditioned jivatma is the bhokta, but the result, whatever is, who will be going to decide? Result of the karma? Purusha, who is beyond the prakriti. Activity is done by prakriti, but result is decided by Purusha and enjoyed by conditioned jiva. Next. देवहूतिरुवाच प्रकृते पुरुषस्यापि लक्षणं पुरुषोत्तम ब्रूहि कारणयोरस्य सदसच्चा यदात्मकम्. Devahuti said, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, kindly explain the characteristics of the Supreme Person and his energies. For both of these are the causes of this manifest and unmanifest creation. Prakrutehe purushasyapi lakshanam. Mother is asking now. She wants the Lakshana means all the time you should remember Lakshana means definition. Definition is always made with the unique characteristics of that object for whom you want to give definition. So that's why here Lakshana means characteristics also they write, but Lakshana means definition, which is formed with the unique characteristics. And unique qualities are known as characteristics, unique qualities of the object. So now she is asking the definition of the Prakriti and also Purusha. Bruhi. Kindly describe. And asya viswasya sat asat means sthulam sukshmancha karyam yadatmakam. So next sloka. So Sri Bhagavan Vacha Yattat Trigunam Avyaktam Nityam Sadasadatmakam Pradhanam Prakritim Prahu Avishesham Visheshavat. Now he started giving the definition of first and foremost Prakriti. That's a Trigunam. Trigunam 1. Trigunam means Sattvadi Guna Samaharam. Samaharam means what? There is a one Triguna thing is there. This is called as, that means it possessing of the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. It is called as Avyaktam and it is also called as Pradhana and it is also called as Prakriti. Same thing is called with the different names. When it is called the Avyaktam, this Triguna thing, that means the object of the Trigunas, the object with the Trigunas. So that is known as Avyaktam, Pradhana and Prakriti. When it is called as Avyaktam, when these Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are in the balanced state. And that means it is not showing any kind of the symptoms or other any kind of the special features. That means no Visheshata. Avishesham means Gunatraya Samya Rupatvat Anabhivyakta Vishesham. There is no special thing is visible in that. It is just all the three gunas are in the balanced state. So such a state, when such a state is there in that trigunam, then that trigunam is known as Avyaktam. When this trigunam is getting some features, some special qualities in it, like it is showing the quality of producing mahat, like a pregnant woman. We can see the normal woman and pregnant woman. So by seeing pregnant woman, we are seeing speciality in her or not? That means a big stomach, big belly is indicating that she is going to give birth to a baby. And also faces bulges, and also so some many changes will be there in the body. So that's why the trigunam with the different features, special features, it is known as what? Pradhana. So that means when Lord glances on the Savyaktam, then it will become, it will get into some, it is getting the state of producing Mahat. So in that state, it is not looking normal. So that is known as Pradhanam. Next, what is Prakriti then? Prakriti means that same Trigunam is called as Prakriti. Sadasadatmakam sat asassu karya karana rupeshu mahadadishu karanatvat anugata atma swarupam yasya tat pralayepi matratmana avasthitatvat nityam. When we call this Trigunam as Prakriti, because see, this Pradhana is producing Mahat, and Mahat is producing the ego. That means Mahat is the what? Karanam for, and ego is Karyam. And ego is producing Pancha Tanmatras, 5 sense objects. So then 5 sense objects are what? Karyam. Karyam means here, see, that Karyam, Karanam and Karta different. Here Karyam and Karanam is different. Here Karyam means effect. Karana means cause. Cause and effect. So for ego is the effect and Mahat is Karanam. That means cause. And false sense, 5 sense objects are the Karyam and ego is cause. That means Karanam. Ego is Karanam for the sense objects and ego is Karyam for the Mahat. And in all these, what is there? What is common in all these? Trigunas are common na? In all these. Modes are common. Na? So that's why that means the one which is there, which is pervasive in the Karyam and Karanas, that Triguna is known as Prakriti. Nature. That means what is the nature? Okay. Okay. So Trigunam is known as Avyaktam, Trigunam is known as Pradhana, Trigunam is known as Prakriti. So Trigunam is known as Avyaktam when these Trigunas are all in the balanced state. Trigunam is known as Pradhana when Trigunam is ready to produce some special features it is having. That means you are ready to produce something. That means it is getting special features. In that state, you are calling it as Pradhana. Trigunam is also known as Prakriti. So that I am explaining. So, so Prakriti, that means Trigunam is known as Prakriti. When Trigunam is known as Prakriti, I am saying why Trigunam is known as Prakriti means I am saying. So why Trigunam is noted or is notified as Prakriti? This line is clear, na? So I am going to explain this. Why Trigunam is known as Prakriti, I am explaining. So see, so Mahat is the Karanam for the ego. That means ego is the Karyam for the Mahat. So similarly, ego is the Karanam for the sense objects. And sense objects are the Karyam for the ego. And these sense objects further producing the 5 gross elements, gross objects. And these gross objects are forming the various like building and like the trees and big walls, all these. Okay. So all these are all the Karyam. So, and these are all, that means bricks also coming, and these bricks are forming the another walls are forming the building. Like that, these are all Karanam and Karyam. So in all, Trigunam is there or not? 3 modes are there or not? So that means the Trigunam which is pervasive in all is known as Prakriti. That means Prakriti means what? Nature. What is the nature? That means we say the nature. Nature of all these objects is what? Trigunam. So that's why it is also known, we are only saying nature. Prakriti means nature. So Jivatma is not the cause or the effect of the three modes. So that's why Jivatma is not called as Prakriti. Yeah. So it's different. Vaktam means yeah, unbalanced state. Pradhana is also one kind of the is the imbalanced state. Avyaktam is a balanced state. Remaining everything is imbalanced. Three gunas are imbalanced. So next thing, next sloka.
Then Prakriti is what?
I you asked me what the Prakriti.
Having that so very explained. At the building and walls.
Okay, बाद में बोलेंगे. पंचभिः पंचभिर्ब्रह्मा चतुर्भिर्दशभिस्तथा एतच्चतुर्विंशतिकं गणं प्राधानिकं विदुः. The aggregate elements, namely the 5 gross elements, the 5 subtle elements, the 4 internal senses, the 5 senses for the gathering knowledge, and the 5 outward organs of action are known as Pradhana. Pradhana means Pradhanika, mainly. Pradhana, not the right. Mainly, these are all.
Senses, everything all.
They are not Pradhana. Pradhanika means those who are produced from the Pradhana is known as Pradhanikam. That means here Pradhanikam means they are not Pradhana. Those who are produced from the Pradhana are known as the Kunti's Putra is known as Kaunteya. Like Pandu Putra is known as Pandava. So similarly, Pradhanam Putras are known as Pradhanikam. उन सबको प्रधान बोलेंगे तब तो पूरा क्लास भी गड़बड़ हो गया. अभी तक जो सीखा वो सब उल्टा हो गया. They are all pradhanikas. That means they are all produced from the pradhana. Pradhanad udbhutat ganam. So mahat ego कितना आया प्रधान से? ये बहुत आया. काउंट किए कितना आया? How many? 24 came. It's very important. Chaturvimshati. Count. So 4
Internal senses.
internal senses like false ego, chittam, buddhi, and intelligence. Buddhi is intelligence and mind. Next, 5 subtle elements, 5 gross elements. Next, 5 working senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses. That means how many total? 24. 10 plus 4, 24. 5, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10, 10 plus 10, 20 plus 4, 24.
5 subtle elements which are
No, 4.
subtle elements is subtle elements. Smell.
Acha, sense objects. Roop, Rasa, Gandha, Shabda, Sparsh.
What is making these 3 modes imbalance in 3 cases? Balance imbalance. What is the cause of this?
Glance of the Lord.
What's the cause?
Yeah, Kala Shakti is entered with the glance. That is imbalancing. Next. 24 आ गया प्रधान से. प्रधान महाभूतानि पंचैवा भूमिरापोग्नि मरुत्नभः तन्मात्राणि च तावन्ति गन्धादीनि मतानि मे. There are 5. Now it's 3:30. Yeah, 1 hour. 1 hour only is there. There are 5 gross elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, and ether. There are also 5 subtle elements: smell, taste, color, touch, and sound. These are the 10. One is 5 gross elements and 5 subtle elements. Next, Indriyani dasasrotram swag drug grasana nasika vakarau charanau metram prayu dashama uchyate. The senses for acquiring knowledge and the organs for action, number 10. Namely, the auditory sense, the sense of taste, the text. What is that? Tactile sense, the sense of sight, the sense of smell, the active organ for speaking, the active organs for working, and those for traveling, generating, and evacuating. Yeah. Five knowledge senses is okay. Then after that, speaking means walk. Walking means
Hands and legs.
walking means legs, and those for traveling means
Working means hands.
working. Sorry, working means hands, and traveling is okay. Okay. And walk, pani, pada, vayu, upastha, generating and evacuating. मनोबुद्धिरक अहंकार चित्तमित्यंतरात्मकम चतुर्धा लक्ष्यते भेदो वृत्त्या लक्षण रूपया. The internal subtle senses are experienced as having four aspects in the shape of mind, intelligence, ego, and contaminated consciousness. Distinctions between them can be made only by different functions, since they represent different characteristics. Now we are going to see the definition of each and every one. What is the definition of mind? What is the definition of intelligence, chitta, and also ego? Everything we are going to discuss. Now next. एतावानेव संख्यातो ब्रह्मणः सगुणस्यः सन्निवेशो मया प्रोक्तो यः कालः पंचविंशकः.
उसको भी एनर्जी आ गया.
All these are considered the qualified Brahman. The mixing element, which is known as time, is counted as the 25th element. Is coming working. Good. एतावानेव संख्यातो ब्रह्मणः सगुणस्य. Saguna Brahma. Sagunasya means Mahadadi Prapanchasya. That means Saguna Brahma means this Mahadadi Prapancha. This Prapancha is known as Saguna Brahma. Of course, Lord is Saguna Brahma. So since it is also his gross manifestation, like Virat is also known as, so Lord's gross form or not? It's a form of the Lord, but it's a gross form. So similarly, this is Saguna Brahma. Gross Saguna Brahma. And that is the transcendental Saguna Brahma, is Krishna. And this is the material Saguna Brahma. Material world is manifested world.
The soul acts on this material body in the material elements. The soul acts on the spiritual body in the spiritual body, the spiritual elements there.
Yes. That's the way we are doing. By doing bhakti, it is we are making the spiritual body. Making means transforming material bodies. कर्तुर्जीवस्य यतो भयम् इति जीवक्षोभकत्वेन कालो लक्षितः. What is the role of the kala? When Lord glances on the triguna, that means sattva, rajas, tamas, three gunas are in the balanced state. When time is acting on that, then there is a disbalance. So that means disbalance in these three modes, and this disbalance is producing the different objects. Like if you keep a fresh tomato on this table on this day, after 3 days, time is acting on that and it is changing the modes in it. And Sattuguna, first day Sattuguna is more. Then gradually after 3 days, Tamoguna is increasing.
In the fridge, motion and
Yeah, modes are acting. Even freeze if you give 20 days, but it will go for the 20 days. But
Postponed.
it will be postponed, but it will be even the diamond also will be destroyed in the time of the dissolution. So time is going to destroy everything. Among the destroyers, I am the time. It is changing everything. So even this, like you are seeing these buildings, 100 years, 50 years before, if you see in the Juhu, there are no such a big buildings. All these buildings are coming because of time actually. Time is bringing the changes in the modes. All the jivatmas are pure and they are not, but discovered by the avidya and their antakarana, that means in their chitta, they are getting the different samskaras, and that is leading to the different desires, and those desires are so popping up in the form of the buildings. So all these buildings are done by whom? Prakriti. Karya karana karta. And this Prakriti is always who is changed by whom? Time.
Krishna.
So time is manifesting and time is destroying everything. And that's why he is time is the potency of the Lord. It is a special potency. It's not coming under the Prakriti also. It is not there in the spiritual world. A special potency. It is very powerful. And we are influenced by the time. Our mind is also influenced by the time because it is also made up of three modes. And we want to understand the position of the Lord beyond the time, who is beyond the time. With this element which is influenced by the time. You want to understand the object which is beyond the time with the object which is influenced by the time. So you cannot understand. That's why there will be put the word of Anadi. Don't speak. That is the meaning actually. Anadi means. उधर से और भी भगवान कब से वो है. अरे आपको बुद्धि समय से प्रभावित हो रहा है, इसीलिए आप बुद्धि से समय की फ्रेम में चलने वाली बुद्धि से जो समय का भी जो कारण है, समय का भी जो ऑरिजिन है, समय का भी जो कारण है, और उनको समझना चाहते हैं समय से. ये नहीं होता. This is condemned by the Shastra is saying that whatever I said, you should follow that. Prabhupada said that don't so much waste your time on these things which you don't understand now, and do sadhana and get the necessary qualification.
Spiritual world also there is a different kala,
No kala. Nacha kala vikramaha. There is no influence of time at all. In the second canto, 10th chapter, we have seen.
The
Ninth chapter.
that they have these different timings, they have services, scheduled timings. Yashoda and all. Krishna was to Ashtapragaliya.
That's what the middle. In this Bhama Vrindana we do. It's a beyond actually. Those leelas beyond our imagination. Time means there is no time whatever we see, which is bringing the modes of this. In the modes, there is no Surya and Chandra. There is no morning and evening. Also they are there. And we should not try to understand those things with the present so-called mind. That is another wasting of time. Shastra is the pramana. She is the mother and she is showing the path. We have to, that's it. Shastra are the Vishwasa. We should believe Shastra. And that belief will be coming by the mercy of the pure devotees. But we should believe.
When you say something is not there in the spiritual world and we have something time, so we are better than spiritual world.
आप कुछ समय तक questions of half an hour after that I will take. So next time will be the what? 25th element. Okay, Panchavimshakaha. 25th. Next sloka. Still we are in the lagging, target very much. Prabhavam paurusham prahu kalameke yato bhayam ahankara vimudhasya kartu prakriti miyusha. The influence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is felt in the time factor, which causes fear of death due to the false ego of the deluded soul who has contacted material nature. That means the Jivatma, which is covered by the avidya, and it is accepting the sense of I, which is coming from the false ego, and then that will be getting the fear because of this time. Because time, what it does, it is bringing the changes in the sense objects. Like example, his house is there, or otherwise his wife's body is there, and he has so much attachment for that body, and now the time is bringing the change in that. Then what is going to happen? He is feeling fear. Oh, maybe this she will not be there after a few years. Then I will be alone. What should I do? How I can eat? How I can survive? And he is identifying himself as body and seeing others also as other souls also as body. And finally, so everything is influenced, but where that bodies are influenced by the time, and because of this time, he is getting the fear, and he has a lot of wealth, and that will be after some time it will be stolen, or it will be spent out, it will be finished, then he is getting the fear for that. Time. प्रकृतेर्गुण साम्यस्य निर्विशेषस्य मानवी चेष्टायतस्य भगवान काल इत्युपलक्षितः. My dear mother, O daughter of Swayambhu Manu, Manavi, that's what she said. The time factor, as I have explained, is the supreme personality of Godhead, from whom the creation begins as a result of the hesitation of the neutral, unmanifested nature. That means Prakriti is an unmanifested nature. So this time is nothing but the Lord Himself. And that means He is sending this energy into that Prakriti and she is imbalanced. Then after that, so many. That means if you change the ratio of the Sattva and Rajas Tamas, you'll be seeing the manifestation of various objects. Just it's a game of the changing the modes, the Sattva Rajas Tamas proportions, and many things. If mode, that means if it is in the mode of goodness, then that kheer will be very fresh. If it is increasing tamo guna, that means burning means when you burn it more, it's raak ho jayega. So then it will be, so ignorance is more. Only the thing is the combinations of even the gold, even if the stone, only the combination of the modes are, the proportions of the modes are different. That's all. Even the animals' bodies. So cow is now out of mode of goodness. So tiger, that body is out of passion. And what is the ignorance?
Gilly cat.
Huh? Cat. Monkey. अभी टाइम नहीं है एंजॉय करने के लिए क्लास में. अरे 17 or 18 what we are doing. 18. So how to, that means the definition of time is what? The agitator of the Prakriti is known as time. This is one of the definitions. The one which agitates, or the one which brings the changes in the three modes. That's a guna vetikaraha. The definition of time is guna vetikaraha. Where we read this? We read all in the third canto, the same canto. 11th chapter. What is the name of the title itself is time factor, na? Chapter name. There the definition is given. एग्जाम में नहीं आया क्या? एग्जाम हो गया क्या? एग्जाम सिलेबस का तो when you all become teachers, then you'll be studying well. That's why you all should become once again Bhakti Vaibhava teachers.
Teachers.
Yes, yes. That is only the way to learn more. Otherwise, may the amount what we learn as a student, we learn 100 times more when we teach actually. And also behind a lot of pressure and tension actually as a teacher. Then all the senses will become active. All the nine senses. When we become teacher, everything will become active.
Teacher cannot sleep.
Yeah. You cannot sleep not only in the class, even in the outside class. You cannot sleep.
No time for
Because he has to prepare now. Otherwise, students will catch. So that's why we can learn very much. Whatever you are learning, you should teach it immediately. Make a small your forum, whatever, small forums. Generally, preaching is different, teaching is different. Becoming teacher is more important because preaching means somehow or other bringing them to the Krishna consciousness. In that, sometimes we may adjust the philosophy and also we say, no problem, but they should come to the Krishna consciousness. But after that, teaching is every detail you have to give clearly, and you destroy their all the doubts and develop the strong faith in them. That is Shraddha. So for that, we need to pour a lot of blood. Not necessary. Translations are there, na Maharaj, Banu Maharaj. 90% is almost you can get. Not a problem. But if you have once this idea, now you heard and you got the idea. So if you read yourself now, you can English also you can easily understand. Oh, and this is this. But before not having the idea before, and if you read English directly, maybe you may feel struggle at that time. But once the idea, okay, this is the whole diagram, this is the way it functions, now easily connects everything. It's not a difficult. And you don't need to take so much pain of studying all the Sanskrit. Maybe if 1 or 2 out of 100 or 200, if really they are genuine and interest, they may read, they may study Sanskrit. But it's not general recommendation. General recommendation is teaching. 18th. अंतः पुरुष रूपेण काल रूपेण यो बहिः समन्वत्येष सत्त्वानां भगवानात्ममायया. By exhibiting his potencies, the Supreme Personality of Godhead adjusts all these different elements, keeping himself within as the super soul and without as time. Within and without. He is there inside and also he is there outside. He is there inside in the form of Paramatma. He is there outside also as a control in the form of time. That means we are always controlled by him. And our free will is almost negligible. And whatever the Prakriti he created, in that only we can play game. That many sense objects only you can. That means Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha, Shabda. There is no sixth sense object. And now I want 10 more senses, some different. That means Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha, Shabda. Then is something different element. Can you create that? No. Whatever existing things are there given by him, that only. And also whatever the rules or regulations are set by him, that much only. Whatever the faculties are given, that much only the Jivatma can claim these things only. So it's a very is completely controlled by everything is controlled by the Paramatma. And even in this body is sitting and so whatever karma is installed with the avidya is there with the avidya and which is installed in the chitta. So later, so according to that only he is arranging the matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. When what to remember, what to forget, everything. So he is controlling as per the karma of the jiva. So like this, it's keep on going. This pravaha is going on. So the intelligent person should just disconnect with him, with disconnect from that pravaha. That is nothing but samsara, and identify himself, understand himself as soul, and turn towards the Lord and do service to the Lord. This is only the thing maximum we can do after hearing this.
These people are doing research in Vaibhava. So they are also destined their karma. They are changing their life.
They are also influenced by the modes, and they are in that conditioning only. Who is out of this conditioning? Who knows himself as soul? Who knows himself as servant of the Lord? Lord, he is out. Otherwise, everyone is flowing, following the karma. Okay, next. In this any important point, let me. Okay. 19 sloka. Daivatshubita dharminyam swasyam yonau paratuma adatta viryam sasuta mahattattvam hiranmayam. Now we have seen just the counting of the elements till now. Total how many elements we have seen? 20? 25 till now we have seen. 25 we have seen. We'll be seeing total 28 actually. So 26th is the Jivatma, 27 is Paramatma, and 28 is Prakriti. So total 28. According to Devahuti Kapila, 28 elements are there. Now in this sloka, what? Daivat Kshubita Dharminyam Swasyam Yoni. What is the Yoni for the Lord? Prakriti is the Yoni. Like Stri Purusha, Purusha is keeping the Viryam in the Yoni, na? In the female. So similarly here, Lord is keeping his Viryam. Viryam is nothing but what? Jivatmas. Jivatmas which are covered with the avidya and karma. So that is Viryam. That he is Adatta means kept. Where he kept? In the Yoni. Like same sloka you'll be seeing in the 17th chapter also. 17th? No, 14th chapter. 14th. So there when he kept this Viryam, then Prakriti is producing what? Asuta means produced. Gave birth to the Mahattattvam. Mahattattvam is produced. Idanim Tatveshu Pratham Chittasya Utpatti Purvakam Lakshanam. Mahattattvam is also known as Chittam. Daivat Kalat Kshubita Dharma Guna Yasyatam Yono Vyavasthani Jivasaktakyam Chaitanyam. Karananusaya Vishnu. There is no direct, that means in the male and female there is a intercourse will be there. Here intercourse means what? Simply glancing only. एक नजर से काम हो जाती है बस. This all the jivas are kept in this prakriti. These jivas are, Virya means jivas, Chaitanyam. Jivas all, they're Chaitana Padarthas. Like in the male also, so in the Sukrakanam, there is a soul is sitting there. So like that, here also this kept. That means whatever is happening in the Brahmanda, same thing is going to happen in the Pindanda. Nothing is special here. So then from here, what is produced? Mahat Tattvam is produced. Hiranmayam. It's a golden color one. Next sloka. Vishwamatmagatam Vyanjan Kutasto Jagadam Swate Bhakti Vram Atma Praswapanam Tamaha. Thus, after manifesting variegatedness, the effulgent Mahatattva, which contains all the universes within itself, which is the root of all cosmic manifestations and which is not destroyed at the time of annihilation, swallows the darkness that covered the effulgence at the time of dissolutions. This Mahatattvam is cause for all the universes, yes or no? Because from this only other elements are coming, all they are clubbing and then forming as different universes, Brahmandas. So that's why all universes are coming from Mahatattva. This is leading to ego, and ego is leading to the Panch Tanmatras, Panch Mahabhutas, Panch Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Buddhi, and also Manas, some Sattvikangar Manas and Indriya Adhisthana Devatas. They all together and they will become the various universes. But those are all where they are lying on the pores of Mahavishnu. They are all lying on that.
So literally, Mahavishnu is like big size.
Very big.
What is outside of Lord and inside of Lord? If something is like Prakriti is coming out.
He's all pervasive. He's everywhere. No limits. But outside, inside, whatever we feel outside, inside, that is created later. It is Akash actually. The boundaries and the inside and outside. When we call it as outside, inside, when there is a boundary. So some covering. So that means when the space is created, that means Pancha Mahabhutas among that space is there. That is cause for the notations of outside and inside. That is not created when Prakriti is glanced by the Lord. So that's a material, this kind of visualization is no use of on the Lord actually. But only the sake of some understanding to this so-called mind, we try to use some figurative words, but that is not the, so you cannot just imagine that, no. That's the only, figuratively that means to make understand. It's not that this many kilometers and then after this. Goloka is all pervasive also. Everywhere it is there. Lord is everywhere or not? And Lord and abode is not different, na? Then Lord's abode is everywhere is there or not? Yes. Yes, that's some rational, that means, so ideology will be developing from the Shastra, but ultimately we should do sadhana. मंगलारती उठना चाहिए, जप करना चाहिए, अल्टीमेट उधर ही आना पड़ेगा, उधर आके सब करेंगे, तभी जाकर असली माल मिल जाएगा, असली फल. By studying deeply Bhakti Shastras will help us to develop the Drashata. Yeah, don't forget this word. Drashata.
Many duties are there. They don't understand this Shastra. The whole life they are coming Mangala Arati chanting. So they are because of with Drishata, because they are not.
There is the two conditions are there. So some people, they may not study the Shastra in this life, but they have symptoms of studying the Shastras in their previous lives and developing the Drashata. Is a possibility there. Like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji and so on. So that you cannot, in this life they didn't study, and so that's why they don't have Drashata according to Shastra. They have only the Loka Parampara Shraddha, no. Only the Loka Parampara Shraddha. Like that you cannot conclude actually. The expert devotees who are very expert in the devotion, they can identify such a people who had really Drashraddha, which is coming from the previous past lives. Okay. So from Shastra anyway, that we can understand. So one who has Drashraddha, how to understand? He can be taking any topic of the any question or any doubt, he can be so easily handle that based upon the Shastra Yuktecha Nipunaha. What is the definition of Drashraddha? Who is having Drashraddha? How to say? He should be the expert in the Shastra and the Yukti, both. And he is able to solve all the kinds of the doubts of these the students very clearly, without any blur actually. Then you can say he is having Drashraddha. So that means the symptom is full surrender. Automatically full surrender also should come. But now some people are doing the sadhana. By that, can you say they are having the Dharshraddha? May not be necessary. Loka parampara Shraddha also may cause to do the devotion. Conventional faith. Or otherwise, they might be doing this sadhana not 24 hours, maybe some few hours. You cannot say that they are doing the all the time. And also you may not say that they can continue further. That means after a few years they may leave it also. But that's why whatever Shastra is said and procedure is said by the Rupa Goswami in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So without any speculation, we should try to follow that. Try to get that.
So even you say go to do sadhana, it's not part of sadhana, but they are
Both actually. Shraddha, Ratir, Bhakti, Anukramishyati. That means Juhu Goswami take the, yesterday in the class we said Shraddha means what? What I said? Tatam Prasangatmam Virya Salvidam. Shraddha means what I said? Asakti. But Juhu Goswami same sloka he takes and he explains Shraddha means what? So Dhruv Shraddha. So that's the beginning of the pure devotion. Because same slokas can be taken and the same Gaudi principles can be explained, but those may be not different. But they will not be, the explanations will not be out of the realm of Shastra, Gaudi Vaishnava Siddhantas. So both Acharyas may give different explanations, but you cannot worry about that. So, but Juhu Goswami take the same sloka, by keep on hearing the Krishna Katha, what is going to happen? One is going to develop the Shraddha, and also Shraddha, Ratir, Bhakti, Anukramishyati. That means also you'll be, that means both hearing Bhagavatam is definitely is also devotional service, one of the limb of the 64, and also it is developing the Shraddha. That's Juhu Goswami's commentary is approved. तो ये आपका क्वेश्चंस थोड़ा समय रुकना है तो सबका आप भी करना है सबका आपको अभी से यहाँ मुझे याद करना है क्वेश्चन लेना है करके बाकी लोग बोल रहे हैं I mean, out of habit I may take, but please stop me. We are lagging so much. Only half an hour is there. 30? 20. So Mahatattvam is the cause for the all the universes. Okay, it's clear. And which is the like a golden form, effulgent. Before Mahatattvam, in that Prakriti side, there is a so darkness is there because of this effulgence. That darkness is out. Vishwam Atmagatam Injan Kudastu Jagadankurah Swateja Apibat Tivram Atma Praswapanam Tamaha. Next, we'll go to next. Yattat sattvagunam satcham shantam bhagavatah padam yadahu vasudevakyam chittam tan mahadatmakam. Wow, good energy. The mode of goodness, which is the clear, sober status of understanding the personality of Godhead and which is generally called Vasudeva or consciousness, becomes manifest in the Mahat Tattva. Consciousness means here Chittam actually. So here, now if this sloka is little important. Prasiddham Chittam Mahadatmakam Mahatattvameva Dehe Chitta Rupena Trishtati. So now this Mahat is created, and after that Ahankara and so on so will be coming. Na? This Mahat Tattva's little portion is given. Brahmaji is going to give to Jivatma, which is covered with the avidya and also having the karma. Based upon this karma, he is distributing this Mahatattvam to the Jivas. Then the distributed Mahatattva to a Jivatma is known as what? Chittam. So what is the property of Chittam? Chittam is Shuddham. Swachham. That means it's pure. And also that means no contamination. Shantam means Ragadi Sunyam. There is no attraction or aversion. And Bhagavataha Padam. That means it is the place where Lord sits. And also it is known as Vasudevakyam. It is known as Vasudeva. Chittam is known as Vasudeva. Why Chittam is called as Vasudeva? Rickshaw. So rickshaw वाला को भी रिक्शा बोलते हैं नहीं? Similarly opposite भी है. So वासुदेव जहां बैठ रहे हैं, जिसको भी उस बैठने वाला प्लेस को भी क्या बोलते हैं? वासुदेव बोलते हैं. So Chittam is like that, where Vasudeva sits. Chitta ahankara buddhi manassu kramena Vasudeva sankarshana pradyumna aniruddha upasya devataha chittadi shuddhyartham gneyaha Vishnu Rudra Brahma Chandra Adhishthataraha. Chittam is there. Next, Ahankara is there. That means ego. Next, Buddhi and mind. Manas. Manaha. So, who are the worshipable deity in the Chittam? Who is worshipable? Whom we should keep and worship? Vasudeva. Vasudeva is worshipable deity in Chittam. And in Ahankara? Sankarshan. And in the Buddhi? Pradyumna. And mind? Aniruddha. And who is the controlling deity? These are the worshipable deities. These are the worshipable deities, and controlling deities are Vishnu. Vishnu is the controlling deity of Chitta. And next, Rudra is the controlling deity for the Brahma and Chandra. Chandra controls the mind. And Brahmaji controls the Buddhi. And Rudra controls the ego. Vishnu controls Chittam. And Chittam is always pure. But Nanu, next sloka, if you come to the next sloka. Swachhatvam avikaritvam shantatvam iti chetasah vritti vilakshanam proktam yadhapam prakriti para. After the manifestation of the Mahatattva, these features appear simultaneously as water in its neutral state before coming in contact with earth is clear, sweet and unruffled. So the characteristic traits of a pure consciousness are complete serenity, clarity and freedom from distraction. When Chittam is produced, that means when Mahat is produced, so that Mahat, that means the portion of Mahat is known as Chittam, that is always pure, clean and it is so freedom, that means distraction, freedom from distraction. There are no impressions in it. It's a clean slate actually. It's a clear thing. But when it is given to Jivatma, then what will happen? So Jivatma is already accompanied with what karma? This karma is installed in like the water from the clouds. It is a pure water. It is falling and when it touches the ground, immediately contaminated. It will become muddy. Similarly, when this Jivatma, when this Chittam is given to the Jivatma, which is already covered with avidya and the karma, so this Chittam is contaminated. All the impressions, whatever are there, stored impressions, that means all the in the form of karma that is installed in here. And now this, and ego is giving the Abhimana Chittam started giving the, so impressions active. Here impressions are not active. Now when Chittam is given, then those all become active now with the Jivatma. Then that's it, that is known as contaminated Chittam. Contaminated consciousness also we see. What is the role of the Chittam? Chittam will give the general awareness. The role of the Chittam is general awareness. So, but before getting contaminated, Chittam is what? Very pure, and that can be very good, very much useful to get the reflection of Lord. So, is so pure, So if it is immediately, if Chittam is clear, who is standing? Just Jivatma's beside, he is standing na. So Paramatma's reflection easily can be seen in the cleaned Chittam. That's a Chittam. So clean karna chahiye. We should clean. Yeah. But when you do cleaning of this Chittam by Bhakti, then that Chittam itself is also transformed into the pure goodness. Tada rajastamu bhava cheta yetairanavidham sthitam sattve prasidati. That means rajas and tamas are out. That means all the impressions are finished. That means chittam is clean. So then that means all the affective samskaras are out now. So that's a clean there. But bhakti you are doing, bhakti not only cleaning and also it is transforming that actually. It's burning whatever the materialness in that. It will become pure. So there he is coming and standing. The Lord is coming and standing. But Chittam, if you purify by the Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, with the different techniques, like Jnanis also, they try to purify their Chittam. Yes or no? By the Amanittum, Adambittum, Amanittum, Adambittum, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Rajyam, Acharyo, Pasan. Like that. By using these techniques, they are trying to clean this. But that is not perfect cleaning. That those will not be transformed into the pure goodness. Those will be in the mode of goodness. Chitta will be in some mode of goodness, and that cleanliness, that much cleanliness, it can be achieved. There, the reflection of the Lord can be seen. But Lord directly can come and sit when it is transformed. Otherwise, material Chittam cannot be a base for him. That cannot be a place for him to stand. When the Chittam is transcendentalized, then he can come and sit on that.
There is no Paramatma constraint.
Next, later. I mean, really, deviation or actually. Next, this pure Chittam is the best place to get the reflection of the Lord. That means not the transcendental Chittam, pure Chittam, I am saying. That means when it is created, Mahatatvam portion, that is so clean means Lord can be reflected in that. That means Bhagavat Bimba Grahitvam. That means Swachatvam means it is having the ability to get the reflection of the Lord on it. And also Avikaritvam means there is no Laya and Vikshepa. And Shantatvam means Raga Rahityam. So these are the different properties of the pure Chitta. But when it is coming and touching like the water which is falling from the sky is completely free from the contamination. But when it touches the earth, immediately to become contaminated. Similarly, when Chittam is given to the Jivatma based upon the contamination of that Jivatma, based upon the karma of that Jivatma, Chittam will be polluted. If water falls on the dirty water, it will become so dirty. And if water falls on the some good water, it will be also looking like good water. Like that. Chittam का काम हो गया. अभी next. चित्त का सिद्धि होगा बाद में. So, महत्तत्वान् विकुर्वाणा भगवद्वीर्य संभवात् क्रियाशक्तिर अहंकारस्त्रिविधः समपद्यता वैकारिकस्तैलसश्च तामसश्चायतो भव मनसश्चेन्द्रियाणां च भूतानां रहतामपि. Wow, full energy actually. ये तो आक्रंद है, ये तो एनर्जी भूख का आक्रंदन क्रंदन. Translation: the material ego springs up from the Mahatattva which evolved from the Lord's own energy. The material ego is endowed predominantly with active power of three kinds: good, passionate, and ignorant. It is from these three types of material ego that the mind, the senses of perception, the organs of action, and the gross elements evolve. Now, when this Mahatattva is further glanced by the Lord is always watching all this. Because if you close your eyes, then पीछे चले जाएगा पूरा, बंद हो जाते हैं पूरा एकदम. Nothing is going to happen. So that means always Lord's energy, that means his internal potency is there actually. Then only it is happening. Jada Padartha by itself it cannot do any actions. There is no action in it. Jada means itself is inert, means no action. But all these elements are interacting and things are happening because of entering of Lord's internal potency. So now further he is glancing on this Mahatattvam, and because of that what it is going to produce? Ego. Ego it is producing. Yeah, material ego. So Mahatattvad Vikurvanat Bhagavat Virya Sambhava. The point is Bhagavat Virya means Lord's Shakti. Lord's Shakti is making this Mahatattva to be transformed. And it is that producing the thing, another thing, new thing. That is endowed with what? Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Dravya Shakti. I think you didn't understand, na? Understood? Shall I repeat? So, from Prakriti Mahat came, it's clear?
Yes.
And the portion of Mahat is known as Chittam.
Yes.
And Chittam's properties we read. And when it comes to the individual Jivatma, it will be getting contaminated. That's clear over story. So now, further when he is glancing on the Mahatattva, there is a transformation because of the Bhagavat Virya is entering into this Mahatattva. Virya means potency. So Lord's potency is entering into this Mahatattva, and what this potency we don't know much details because it's a very complex process. Only few details are given to us. Some Lord's internal potency enters into this, and then that is transforming this. Not only just Kala Shakti is not sufficient. It needs the Kala Shakti will bring the changes, but Kriya Shakti also is needed to do the actions. So that is not the property of the Jada Shakti. So, and also Jnana Shakti also needed. So that's why this further energized by the Lord, that is producing Ahankara, which is combined with what? Three potencies. What are those? One is the Jnana Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Dravya Shakti. That means now it is the possessor of all these three Shaktis.
Translation.
Dravya Shakti.
Second
Okay, no questions. Okay. Very rarely ask questions. First time asked, I think.
First time in this court.
Yes,
First time. Anyway, it will be clarified. Don't worry. The material ego springs up from the Mahatattva which evolved from the Lord's soul energy. The material ego is endowed predominantly with active power, means Kriya Shakti. And also you should take Kriya Shakti from the Upalakshana, you should take Jnana Shakti and also Dravya Shakti. So from Dravya Shakti, that means ego is containing the three things. So Dravya Shakti is nothing but what? So Ahankara with the ignorance, Tamasika Ahankara. And Kriya Shakti portion is nothing but what? Rajasic Ahankara. And Jnana Shakti portion is also is known as Satvik Ahankara. So that's why, so Dravya Shakti, Tamasik Ahankara, where the Dravya Shakti is major component in that. So that is leading to production of what? Pancha Tanmatras and Pancha Maha Bhutas. And Kriya Shakti, that means Rajasika Ahankara, where the Uchi element is more, Uchi Shakti is more prominent in that Kriya Shakti, and that is producing what? Working senses and also knowledge senses. Here don't understand that knowledge senses are coming from the Jnana Shakti portion of the Ahankara. No. Actually, knowledge senses also are out of the Taijasa only, from the Rajoguna only. So next, finally, Jnana Shakti portion, that means the Satvika Ahankara is producing the mind and also Indriya Adhisthana Devatas. So this is Satvika Ahankara. This portion is known as Satvika Ahankara, and this is Rajasika Ahankara, and this is Tamasika Ahankara. Sahasrashirasam sakshat yamanantam prachakshate sankarshanakyam purusham bhutendriya manomayam. The threefold Ahankara, the source of the gross elements, that means the Ahankara which is having the predominantly Dravya Shakti, that is nothing but Tamasika Ahankara, is going to produce gross elements. And the Rajasika Ahankara is going to produce senses, and the Satvika Ahankara is going to produce mind. Is identical with them because it is their cause. So it is known by the name of Sankarshana, who is directly Lord Ananta with a 1,000 heads. This Ahankara is known as Sankarshana. Why you know? Ahankara is the Upasi Devata or not for the Ahankara? So that's why, that means which deity is worshipped in the Ahankara? So Sankarshana, that's why we are calling this Ahankara also as Sankarshana. Sankarshana is the worshipable deity in Ahankara, and Vasudeva is worshipable deity in Chitta, and the Rudra is the controlling deity. Worshipable deity and controlling deity both are different. Next. Kartrutvam karanatvam cha karyatvam cheti lakshanam shantaghoram mudatvam iti va syadahankrute. This false ego is characterized as the doer, as an instrument, and as an effect. Karyam, Karanam, and Karta all are coming from this only, na? Ahankara only or not? Satvik Ahankara is giving what?
Mind.
Karta. Rajasik Ahankara is giving what? Karanam. Tamasik Ahankara is giving what? Karyam. So very, very simple. Rajasik Ahankara, Satvik Ahankara, Rajasik Ahankara, Tamasik Ahankara, That means Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Dravya Shakti, and this is the Karta, and this is Karanam, and this is Karyam. So that means majorly from this only, from Ahankara only 5 gross elements, 5 subtle elements, and also 5 sense organ, 5 working senses, 5 knowledge senses, and mind. And also from the Rasika Ahankara, Buddhi also is coming. Majorly the whole world which is manifested is coming from the Ahankara only. So that means Karta, Karanam and Kriya, Karyam, Karanam and Karta, Karya, Karana, Kartrutve, Prakrutir, Hetu. So that means these are all coming from Ahankara. सब कुछ उधर ही घूमता रहता है. These things we discussed in the second canto, 5th chapter also, third canto, 5th chapter, and 6th chapter also. And once again it is coming. Huh? Next. वैकारिकाद्विकुर्वाणात् मनस्तत्त्वम् अजायता यत् संकल्प विकल्पाभ्यां वर्तते काम संभवः. From the false ego of goodness, another transformation takes place. From this evolves the mind whose thoughts and reflections give rise to desire. So now from the Sattvika Ahankara, who is coming? That means from the Jnana Shakti, that is the Karta, that is mind is coming. We'll take another color. This. And what are the properties of the mind? Sankalpa, Vikalpa. Sankalpa, Vikalpabhyam vartate. Sankalpa means Samanyatah Vishaya Jigruksha. That means a general desire. In general way, desiring an object. In general way, desiring to accept an object. What is the meaning of Vikalpa? So, in a fantasy way. So, in the fantasies, desiring the object to desiring accept an object. I will write here. Sankalpa and Vikalpa I will explain here. Sankalpa means Samanyatah Vishaya Jigruksha.
Generally.
Vishaya Jigruksha. Vishaya Jigruksha means desiring sense objects. Samanyatah means in general way. In general way, desiring. Jigruksha means desiring to accept sense objects. In general way, desiring to accept sense object. And Vikalpa means Vividha Rupena Sankalpaha. Many ways. Vividha Sankalpaha. Vikalpa means Vividha Sankalpaha. That means Vividha Sankalpa means Vividha means many ways. Are the special ways. Special. In special way, desiring to accept an sense object. This is known as Vikalpa.
What is the same passion? दोनों का हमने इंग्लिश तो सेम ही लिखा हुआ है स्पेशल है one is general
One is general way, another is
special
special way. So what it means? Vikalpa means rejecting, we say. But rejecting, we don't need to give Vikalpa means rejecting object. Because when you say Sankalpa, it is also including the rejecting also. You are accepting something means what it means. You are rejecting few things, other things. So that's why we don't need to give the meaning of the Vikalpa as rejecting something. So that's why here Vishwanath is giving. So Vikalpa means, so in a specific way, in a special way, so accepting the things. And general way, accepting the things. A general way, so desiring to accept the things. This is the meaning actually. Samanya Vishayasyeva. Vishayajigrishya means Samanya Vishayasyeva. That means general Samanya Vishayasyeva. That means in the Samanyataha Vishayajigrishya means Samanya Vishayasyeva. That means general objects. In the first case, accepting of the what? General objects. And in the second case, accepting of, desiring to accepting of special objects. Okay.
so there is no rejection
Accepting means rejecting something else. Because in front of us, so many things are there. You are selecting few means that all already implied that leaving other things.
so the same thing I can reject later also
But special way accepting are the special objects and general objects. Desire to accept general objects. So special objects and general objects is what? रोज चावल रोटी खाना जनरल ऑब्जेक्ट है ना. कभी कभी कुछ विशेष खाना चाहते तो स्पेशल होता है. इडली सांबर. That means yeah, ताभ्याम कामस्य मनोरथस्य संभवो भवति. So that means desiring the special objects and desiring the general objects. Simple meaning is like that. Desiring or accepting, desiring to accept general object, desiring to accept the special objects. So this is the property of the mind. This is the properties of the mind. That means by giving this meaning, desiring the general objects and rejecting the general objects. So desiring the special objects and also rejecting special objects. Few other sources is impliedly, in implied way, you are also getting those two extra meanings. So that is a property of mind. So next, over time.
we'll come back
Huh? Yeah, we can come. Okay, finish. We'll finish.
I'm taking attendance he can only put no he knows where
5:30 only.
Huh?
5:36.
Oh, one more session is there, na? We'll put two here only. Okay, Advaita Karna Prabhu. Anantan Sim Prabhu, absent. Bhavamay Nityanand Prabhu. Chaitanya Jivan Prabhu. Chaitanya Swarup Prabhu. Durga Prasad Prabhu. Gopalanand Prabhu. Hari Narayan Prabhu. Haigriva Charan Prabhu. Hemagiri Prabhu. Kal Charan Prabhu, absent. Kaushal Kishore Prabhu. Gurma Kripa Prabhu. Madhav Sundar Prabhu. Manmohan Krishna Prabhu. Manoram Goyal Prabhu. Mukunda Padma Prabhu. Nalini Kant Prabhu. Absent?
आए थे ना चले गए
आए थे बीच में गए
अभी है
Nimai Nitai Prabhu. Pavanaputra Prabhu, absent. Pradeep Prabhu, absent. Radha Raj Bihari Prem Prabhu, absent. Ram Govind Prabhu, present. Sadhu Charan Prabhu. Next, Sundaranand Thakur Prabhu. Next, Vanachari Gopal Prabhu. Next, Vishnu Tattva Prabhu. Absent. Nine, absent, okay. Vrajamandal Prabhu. Yes. Okay, we'll meet at 5:30.
Yes.
And we'll try to finish the chapter.
The 40, 72
Yeah?
72, 76 verse.
This function of mind is getting sankalpa vikalpa. Even if it's out of passion, we say ahankara and
There is influence of the mind, and the influence of the mind, there is the passion. They are not denied. But the nature of the mind is the ingredient of the mind is sattvic ahankara. Ahankara itself is the full of ignorance. And in that, combinations are there. So, tamasa, rajasa, tamasa, sattvic. So that mind is. In that mind also there is influence of the rajas and tamas, and then everything will be there.
Controlling
Yes.
versatility. What is the difference?
That means in the chitta, we invite the Lord Vasudeva and we worship him. In chitta. But that chitta is controlled by Vishnu. Control with the Vishnu, but whom we worship in that chitta? Yeah.
So Vishnu we cannot talk before.
No, that is the recommended by Shastra.
This demigod and mind, they are both created by false ego with sattva.
Yes, yes.
ये तो मेरा लैपटॉप रखता हूँ राम भरोसे
we're telling about this,
Hmm.
these three, no? Karya,
Karana,
Karya,
Karta,
Karana.
Karta.
how to easily understand. You were referring to that sloka in Gita to explain this thing. We haven't actually, even many other things which you are telling now, we haven't actually studied properly.
Studied properly.
Right? Gita or NOD or even Bhagavatam first, second cantos. So that's why we are feeling challenged, and many other devotees they get sleep on because they're not able to relate
I think
properly to it.
some video or something, in between some two.
So, what is like in simple terms how to understand it's Karya,
Karyam is the sense objects,
sense objects,
and Karana is the senses.
senses.
Karta is the controlling deities of the.
Okay, so this is just the. I thought it was some there's some meaning to it.
But they are trying compared to. I am third time coming. Now, but in the first two times we don't have much scope to touch the many fundamentals
This
because that is mainly about the devotion and association. Because first section is like that. So like Kumaras going to the Vaikunta, that section is different. And the next section is completely it's just fighting and thing is there. Four chapters. But now this is a very fundamental chapter where Bhagavad Gita totally will be covered.
That's true.
That's why now they are getting so many new things here. But when we come for many times like this, another 3-4 times, that's another next 4, 5, 6 cantos, they get habituated.
I sometimes feel that I should again start reading Gita now because things are not so clear and of course we know the concepts, but then little detail and what the sloka means.
these are three shaktis infused in Jiva.
Yes.
So these are their
Not infused, there's an ahankara actually.
these are three in Ahankara.
Jnana
No,
Shakti.
it is created and infused in Jiva.
Jivatma where? No, Jivatma is not.
So they are present there outside or inside.
Mahatattva is energized by the Lord's Virya, then that is producing the
False.
false ego. That false ego is endowed with these three sections.
And then these are the generated. Karta, Karanam, Karya.
In future, karta, karanam, and karyam will be created. Jnana Shakti will be producing karta. Because karta means what our definition? Indriya Adhisthana Devatas. So those are coming from where? Jnana Shakti only. So that's why karta we are saying. Since Jnana Shakti is producing Indriya Adhisthana Devatas, so those are the karta, so that's why we are writing karta.
So mind is also Karta. Yeah.
Hmm.
The mind is generated.
Demigods are, see, Jnana Shakti is producing, that means Satvika Ahankara is producing demigods. That means karta is produced. Like that.
And then Karanam is
From the Rasika Ahankara, Karanam. That means Rasika Ahankara is cause for senses. That means senses are known as Karana.
So Ahankara also is in three modes. Huh?
Ahankara is a threefold. Oh my God. It's feeling difficult. You are all intelligent students.
Here, no, we have so many doubts actually. Here I am just